They're actually multi-dimensional beings. And that's their...
Yeah. They're like secretly the gods. Like food. Scroll up. Oh my gosh, you eat mantis shrimp?
What?
Yeah, that's horrible. I don't know what it is. Are you vegetarian? No, I ate mantis shrimp last week.
Brendan's actually Canadian.
How do I present my tools? Command option 1 and 2. So command option 1 is the left and 2 is the right. Oh, okay. And so you can always just like hold those two. Queries official.
Wait, so you just joined the Slack that they said to join you in?
Yeah. We both here. So Boston.
Yeah.
Put your hand up if you're good at joining Slack for a Zoom conversation. Worst thing is this is all recorded, so they're not going to see that. Just join that. This is comedy of error. Comedy of error.
I like how this is like the time when we have the reporter too, you know?
Yeah.
We're not on the ball.
Yeah, we're all on the record right now.
Yeah. Yes. Yay.
Hey, it's Toronto.
We were in a parallel universe. It showed the exact same meeting ID, but we were alone.
You fell into the Twilight Zone.
It was scary.
We were scared too.
Okay, not to belabor that point, sorry. Hi, Austin.
We have a
No, no.
We're in the top corner. How
Oh,
do I
hey,
switch to- there we go.
Oh, hey, there's people I don't know there.
Awesome. So what we were aiming to just have is like a little bit of a debrief about how things went. Boston people, we've pinned a bunch of the like quick links in the Data Together Slack. Wait, first we should show off how cool the stickers look. It looks great on Matt's computer there, but also here. And I'm so sorry that they didn't join in time, but get to you in time, but we will send some to you. Okay, sorry, that first. Yeah, so we have a pad where we kind of had notes for the day. And so maybe we could just have people just talk a little bit about how they thought the morning went and check in on the goals that we established. And then sort of speak to kind of the work that you're Boston planning on doing tonight, and then think about a good way to hand off or set ourselves up for tomorrow morning. So yeah, how do people think it went?
Yeah, it's been good.
I learned about Go testing. And yeah, so I'll probably submit, I haven't submitted the pull request yet, but something into the template for all the projects to get the testing set up.
Only have like 400 more things on the list of things that I wanted to do today.
How much work we had, and how much documentation we needed.
What?
I feel like we did so much, and we wrote so many docs, and I can't believe how many docs we needed. Like we didn't have. That was really bad. I didn't realize how bad it was.
And that was interesting, right? It's like one of these things where you did like 5 months of work, and you look back, you're like, oh, that was a lot of things that I was gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah. In my head, I was like, we're gonna blow through this, 10 minutes, no big deal. 6 days time and 2 days later.
I mean, I think like from my perspective, in terms of the goal of getting this into shape to allow people to participate, like to jump in, I think there are lots of issues to resolve still. Like, I mean, GitHub issues, and then lots of GitHub issues to write probably.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a kind of next kind of onboarding step would be to write a bunch of issues. And we should probably try to do that.
No, I love it. But I think this a couple of things we learned though, like Matt, your capacity to like bulk make a bunch of issues, that was great. Super good. Yeah. Ray, what's up?
Hey, this is Boston. We just wanted to introduce our guests.
Hi, my name.
Can you turn up?
Your volume?
Can you turn up your volume?
Hi, my name's Layla. I'm the reporter at Frontline.
Oh.
Yes. So I'm working on a story about you guys, about what you're doing right now. It's a follow-up on the initial data rescue events last year. So I'm interested in seeing where you're at right now. Looking to the future, how you've been developing what your plans are.
You should be talking to this person.
No.
Definitely her. Let's put this like that.
No, can we change it?
That's perfect. Just how she likes it.
Right at me. Nice to meet. I feel like maybe you had sent an email as well, right?
Are you Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we could talk. I just wanted to introduce myself so you know that I'm here. I'm listening. But we can maybe talk later, one-on-one over the phone.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Okay, so maybe we could do now, just, to try and keep this brief, is just relook at the goals and the milestones that we have, and then talk about the next, sort of like the areas that Boston people you're interested in focusing on tonight. So I feel like it's a little bit cumbersome, but I can try and share this screen. So I'm going to take over. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so can you see just the browser window?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, oh, they're over here. You'll notice that not much has changed. Two are closed. And so we've spent a lot of time, the sort of documentation crew spent most of their time on this issue all through the day. And you'll see that a bunch of them are closed. So that means we've confirmed and merged in the changes, but we actually, I think, have pull requests open for all of those repos. So I think actually one thing that would be nice to do tonight, and I'm sort of right in the middle of it and can keep plugging away, is to just do all the final reviews, because I think that'll get us tomorrow morning to the point where we've completed that, which is actually probably the biggest, that's the hugest documentation task. The other ones are all kind of like single issue stuff. But so that's kind of the key part for documentation. And we have a couple minor ones, which this one might actually already be done, so it's just a quick review. Testing, a bunch of the testing stuff has been done, which is awesome, which was to kind of add badges, to do the initial code coverage integration into the repositories. Yay! Ta-da! Ta-da, Pac-On! Ta-da! P5. We've just discovered today, if you didn't know before, that I'm obsessed with the ta-da shortcode for emoji, and I'm saying it a lot right now. So apologies. And then maybe if the website crew could give a bit of an update on the website stuff. I think there was kind of like a lot of kind of nebulous stuff on those website issues, like think about updating the copy. But I think if you could chime in with an update, that would be amazing.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we spent some time mapping out, getting clearer about who are the different groups who would have a user journey, like like categories of people who would even visit the website and be wondering, what is this project and who are the organizations involved? So we mapped out a bunch of those and then delved into some of the concepts that are not so much things that'll be on the website. They're more the concepts we need to be really good at communicating concisely And so that content might eventually end up in the website, or it might end up just in GitHub, but it definitely impacts our communications. So we did that. Plus, Rico outlined did some awesome work in terms of mapping out a new information architecture for the website. And then we also spent some of our time digging into the stuff that's currently not on the websites. It's in GitHub around vision and values and mission and how we describe the project. So that's all stuff that eventually, it's like in the funnel to end up on the website. And then just as this call started, we started talking about actually reducing what is on the website, especially on that landing page, and making it more into a funnel that redirects people to GitHub wherever possible. So we made progress on that stuff. We're going to probably do more after this call to wrap up today's work, and then I'll aim to land a bunch of it tomorrow.
Awesome. That's great. And so I think in terms of in terms of Boston, I know there was a couple of specific custom crawler sort of things out there in the air, but I was wondering if you had a sense of the areas you were wanting to focus on, and maybe we could just talk about that and make sure that we do whatever knowledge transfer you need. Like, we'll be around for a while, we're ordering food, and so we'll be on the call, but kind of phasing out of like mostly working mode to mostly hanging mode.
So we'll take with the time.
Can you up your volume? Sorry, it's still quite quiet.
Yeah, we'll just speak louder. Can you hear us?
It's still, I'm gonna like crank our volume so everyone else don't.
Yeah.
So people from New York, and we should be quiet because once we crank the volume, it's like so loud.
Select the
Ooh, so clear.
So clear.
Computer with audio. Input volume. How about?
How's that?
Much better.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so priorities, I think we want to make sure Archiver Tools, that entire repo is, it follows all of the same guidelines. I saw that Matt put in a pull request and to get it started, and so that's closed. Regarding custom crawls, Brendan, if you have time, I'd like to chat and get that finalized. And then, yeah, so basically documentation, testing, and a nice to have would be CI integration.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think for the code coverage and the CI integration stuff, Brendan and Pakon have been spending the most time on that today.
Okay.
In terms of like just making sure that if you have any questions, that they would go to them. I think too, there was a couple other doc sprint issues that were, I think something in the learning repo. Is that right? I think.
Yeah, I had done something with you and Jeff, I think, or something. Yeah.
Is that on the plate for today or something to handle after?
I think if we can get to it, we should link to that as a tutorial for how to use Archiver Tools. But I think right now, the main thing will be getting contributing stuff online, and then if we have time, then usage.
Awesome. So yeah, we have a little bit more time left. I mean, it doesn't have, like, there's no need to like stay on a call unnecessarily, but if you have any specific questions, or if there's something that people think hearing what you're working on that would be good to say now, I'll just say at a high level, the plan is to start again tomorrow around 9, but we were gonna have a much shorter check-in call in the morning around 9:30. So maybe it would be nice if you all in Boston could just, you know, in issues or also in the Slack at the end of your session, kind of do a bit of a, hey, here's what we did, to help people when they're coming in tomorrow morning. Because I think by that time you finish, most of us will have also moved on to other things tonight.
Cool. I think I can probably be on that call tomorrow morning too. So.
Oh, great. That would be awesome. Yes, of course, you're also welcome,
Oh, yeah,
but I
that's
didn't
great.
want to speak for your time during the day.
Yeah. Were there any like particular difficulties that you guys noticed today?
Documentation takes a long time.
Yeah, documentation is really slow.
That's like an existential state, not a difficulty, is it? Documenting.
Existential state.
But it feels so good when it's done.
Yeah.
Maybe PatCon or Brendan, are any quirks or like a really good example repo for the CI work? Like to do CI integration?
I think, I guess trying to figure out how to support both local machine development for people who don't have Docker and Docker, I guess. So just trying to like, yeah, spend a lot of time on the first README kind of explaining how it would work and kind of lining things up, but hopefully it'll be easier for the next ones. Yeah, we just steal things from the first.
Why don't you make sure they
Would
drop that in Slack somewhere?
Yeah, I'll
Do you guys have like a README that you've been pulling from as like a
Yeah,
template?
there's a template.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the roadmap repository, we have templates of everything that we've been working from, and that's actually what we're populating all the other repos with. And then we also have like project guidelines, which are very minimal right now, but you know, if there's things that we don't even have a blurb about continuous integration or testing right now.
Yeah, so I would say we have a README that we can pull from, but it won't help you with the hard problem of
Yes.
explaining how to do stuff.
Right.
Right. So it's just you know, a lot of boilerplate just to make sure we're kind of in order. and in each repo we've done usually a little bit so far to make it at least something that someone can come to and imagine that there's a way in, but we don't always show them the way in yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, maybe that is good enough for now as a handoff. I haven't really tried to do a handoff before like this, so we're obviously going to stick around in Slack, and we have the lives. I think the live stream is kind of down, but we can stay on the
Google Hangouts,
on the Google Hangouts live stream thing, and I'll redrop the link in Slack. Just so you'll see us, but we might be nomming on food.
Yeah. But so I have a couple. I know I at least have a couple things I want to do. I'm going to go out and get food, and then I'm going to, you know, finish up some stuff from today. And I would love to touch base with the website people just to kind of learn what you guys accomplished in more detail, if that's possible, so that maybe tomorrow, depending on where we are, that's something I could help with, or at least comment on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's a couple questions for you, Matt, anyways. So
Okay, cool. So we can kind of, you know, in an hour, 45 minutes, or whenever's appropriate for you guys, we can do that.
For sure, that sounds great.
Okay, so
Let's
Figure it out in Slack.
on Slack. So like, let's call this a call, and you were gonna boogie to
and I'm gonna go
food.
get food.
And then we'll be on the Google Hangouts live stream and Slack.
Okay, thanks for.
And then take it from there.
Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, you sure you don't want to stay there?
Great.
I know I have a dog and a wife at home.
Hey,
Right now. In that order.
Oh man, someone needs to quit that.
everyone else quit. Yeah. So are we